I'm quite good.
And the captain said, forward! And it was Corporal Billy Flood who saw the enemy first. In that split second of recognition, he released the rope. His pants fell to his ankles. And he got 3 of them whilst they were in the shock of the moment. It worked so well, he added a little ditty to it later on.
I'll help.
Oh, Tommy! I'll get this in. Oh, okay. There you are.
Oh, I forgot to take the buttons out.
Orange and purple are your grandmother's favorite colors. Anything in there like this?
Some. Not enough, though. And what there is kind of faded. There's only enough here for about 1 or 2 swoops.
Well, there's shelves of this sort of thing down at the store.
There isn't. We've already left.
Well, why don't I get you some on my way through Toronto?
Oh, where are you going? Can we come?
Now, Clemmy,
Oh, please.
mustn't ask that sort of thing.
Sorry.
No, you'd be welcome. It's just that, well, I'll be visiting and you get fidgety, eh? But I'll get you whatever you need.
Oh, and can you remember big, happy, colorful birthday letters, please?
But we can do those at the Mafeking. Spell out your grand's name at the same time.
Well, what time is it? I guess I better be on my way.
It's about half hour or 45 minutes to train time.
Right.
You'll be back in time for Grand's birthday, won't you, Sheila?
Oh, that's in a week. Listen, I'm going to be back the day after tomorrow. Bye-bye, you two.
Bye. Bye, Sheila.
See you soon.
We've got a whole week. Keep Mother's party a secret, which she already knows about anyway.
Yes, I'm sure she does.
Well?
Well, anything I can get for you while I'm there?
I'm still having trouble finding Lizzie's gift. I'm not very good in that sort of thing. Oh, there was a foot rub gadget with rollers and a crank that I thought I'd get for her. But not sure that's personal enough, and I wouldn't want to end up with it around my neck. But anyway. No, don't bother. I'll find something. Say hello to Willie for me. You all right? Would you like someone to go with you?
No, I'm fine. Just, have to go to another jail this time. He's been moved to, Kingston. He's been making more and more trouble for himself, and I have to get him moved to this other place. Just won't sit still. He's like a child. I'm different, he keeps telling me. Look at me. You can see I'm not like them. You can see I don't belong in here, a man like myself. That's who he's talking to. Himself.
So?
Anyway, God help his poor mind, eh?
God help him, yes.
Here, for Willie. Oh, thank you, Claire. That's very good of you. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Right.
Do you have to just stand there?
Oh, I'm just watching.
I know you've been doing a lot of that lately.
Well, I'm just wondering what you think you're going to find under that wood when you finish rubbing your way through her. Yeah, that's better. Oh, will you stop that?
There's work to be done.
Well, I know, but you tire this old place out with all this washing and rubbing. Why don't you give it a break, why don't you?
Look, I can't stand cobweb stuff. How can I stand living in this place?
I don't know.
Perhaps I can't. Perhaps I don't want to.
Perhaps you're right.
Oh, I was just saying it.
No, but I wasn't. Now, listen here, Nancy.
You call me Nancy.
Well, that's your name, isn't it?
I know, but you've been calling me everything from Teresa, Frances, Doreen. Teresa, mostly.
Oh, no, Teresa's too old. Now, just listen here.
What's this? Huh? Somebody pass on?
Now, listen here. I want you to look to yourself a bit.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, I do. And I'm your pop.
Next thing I know, you'll be brushing my hair and telling me bedtime stories.
No, you can fun me as much as you want. And you have a right not to hear me as a daughter, but I have a right to tell you as a father that I'm not certain that you want to stay on here much longer.
I didn't say that.
No, I did. You spent your whole time saying that nothing's going to work out the way you want it to. Well, if you wait too long, you're going to be saying that nothing did work out. The only difference is, now you're young. Then you won't be. And that's when everything starts going real fast downhill. And it's easier to take to your bed with pain that you got to make up names for. But you won't have got nothing done. What I think is, now is the time to see to it.
See to what?
To a husband. If you can't locate one here, you'll find one someplace else. Yep. Marry or move. Them's my final words.
Turning me out, are you, Father?
You call me father.
That's your name.
Yeah, but usually you call me Duff or...
That's not your name. Your name's Donald, and I don't like the name Donald.
What is this? Anyway, what are you saying to her?
He thinks I should be on my way. Thinks I'd be better off elsewhere.
Oh,
What do you think?
I need you here to help run the place. What are you doing to me? She's just about running this place all by herself. You want her to pack up and leave me? Don't you pay attention. When you have complaints, that's another matter. But so far, I haven't heard any. So if you don't mind, the workers have work to get back to. Is that all right with you?
Fine by me.
Good.
Well, it's nice to know that a father's words has helped you along the rocky road. And please accept my admiration for your efforts to maintain the level of excellence in your products so long ago established by your late father and my friend. My most respectful regards to you and yours, Chester Massey.
Well, congratulations, James. I'm glad you seem to be well supported all the way down the line, and very well read, may I add.
Thank you.
Might be a good plan to put that under glass, just in case some of the quality decides to take a dip.
Oh, I don't believe I'll need reminding again.
No, I think not. May I say you're looking as fine as ever I've seen you?
Oh, very well yourself.
Well, thank you very much. It's progress, James, progress.
Progress in having Sheila do half the work for you. Look, I could do with help like that myself.
Well, it's no good hinting at it. You're not getting her. I need 5 to replace her.
She seems to be born to it, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Strange.
What's that?
Well, women, they don't seem to be meant for this sort of thing, this work thing. There she is. She works very well. And on the few occasions our paths cross, there's nothing on her mind but your paperwork.
Well, that's not all she thinks about.
Oh, yes, I see. Yes, she takes it very well. Husband in jail. It's not easy for the girl. I wish I could have done more for him. It's been inside me all this time. I meant to talk to Sheila about it. I never have.
Well, why don't you, James?
Well, what's the matter this time? Has he been causing trouble again?
It's worse than that, I'm afraid.
Not solitary confinement.
Please, would you sit down?
Sure.
Now, as you know, your husband was transferred here yesterday from the Dawn jail in Toronto. On the train, he was escorted by 2 armed guards. As they were crossing the Trent River, he overpowered them and escaped.
Oh, no.
He didn't stand a chance, Mrs. Sutcliffe. I'm sorry.
No.
2 hours later, they found his body a few miles downstream.
Holy Mother of God.
Perhaps it's not important, but his escorts were just young fellows like your husband. They've taken most of the blame for this. You have their very deepest sympathies and mine.
Oh, yes, thank you. You tell your young men they're not to blame. You tell them that, won't you, mister?
Good gracious Lord above.
Yes.
God save him.
Yes.
Oh, look, dear, you try and lie down for a while. I'll fix you some soup.
Oh, how terrible. What? Oh, Ma, look at this mess I've made, this mud. I did that.
Oh, it's all right, dear. Sit
Oh,
down.
no, it's not. I'm sorry. What a creature I am. What a person.
There's no need, dear.
Yes, there is. I'm a disgrace.
You are not, you silly child. Stand up
This
now.
is my job. This is my work. I don't want to be let go. I don't. Oh, Willie.
Child.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Sturgis.
I know. Oh, come on. Sit up.
Yes.
Just try and relax. Sit back. Now, I'll fix you something.
I don't want anyone to know. Yes, I want to collect myself. And I'm going to collect myself. You see, if they know and they pity me, then I'd probably lose track of myself. So please don't you tell anyone, Mrs. Sturgis.
If you want, child.
Please don't till I'm ready. This morning. You are aware that the sergeant boxes are going on to the tannery.
May I distribute, Sheila?
Yes, of course, Mr. Sturgis.
Oh, thank you. I'll just put this down.
What is that anyway? You're not bringing me work as well, are you, sir?
Oh, no, it's a little, well, let's see.
Oh!
I thought it would be company for you.
It's for me? Oh, sweetheart. Excuse me. Listen, I said the larger boxes are going on to the tannery. We just want the sacks here, right? Sorry. Well, I don't know what Mrs. Sturgis is going to say.
Well, she said it would be a wonderful idea.
Oh, dear. Oh, I don't know. This is just so kind of you, Mr. Sturgis.
My pleasure.
Oh, come on. I think he's a little cold. Come in, sir.
How's Willie? I just want you to know I haven't forgotten.
Forgotten?
Well, it's been with me. It's been on my mind 1 hour of the day, or rather, ever since.
I know what you're saying. Please don't be concerned.
I did want to help your husband that day in court, but I couldn't.
Well, you're just too honest, Mr. Sturgis.
That poor man. All this,
please don't be concerned about it.
all this time. I really regret.
We all regret. There's always something to regret, isn't there? I think there's also a little bit to look forward to, don't you?
Of course. Certainly. Does he ever speak of it? Well, I didn't want you to think that I ever treated it lightly.
Oh, no. I never thought anything like that. I'm going to keep myself very busy, and I'm going to accomplish mountains more than if I carried the past 18 months around with me. Don't you think?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgis?
Yes?
Well, I'm sorry, too.
What in heaven's name for?
I never remembered to tell you how regretful I was of your dear wife's passing. Please accept my deepest sympathy. Mr. Sturgis?
Yes?
Thanks for the puppy.
Winter sky.
What's that?
Sky. It's full of winter.
Yes.
Won't let up now.
No, I suppose not.
Just as long as it isn't as bad as January last.
It wasn't so bad as I remember.
How can you say that? It was terrible. Locked in for 3 straight days. You couldn't move, for heaven's sake.
That's right.
Might as well be straitjacketed as in a house when that kind of thing hits.
You didn't seem to mind it. You even said it was God's way of making us slow down.
Did I say that? Doesn't sound like me.
You also said the more snow out the window, the less they can see in from the road.
Well, that was last year. Things seem to have gotten away from us since then. That's like another straitjacket. Anyway, it's easy to see that these things just can't continue. We can't have dishonesty. It's not the kind of thing to have in a house in the middle of a snowstorm, is it?
No,
We can't just send that up the chimney.
no.
Truth heals. Did your Sunday school primer have that on the back cover? Mine did.
Yes, mine did too.
Practically carved on the back cover, if I recall.
Yes, blue.
Pardon?
Blue letters impressed on a gray cover.
Oh, yes, that's the one. It's about the extent to what I remember. Nothing, absolutely nothing, would take hold that should have. Most of the children knew what they had to do and did it. They might not have liked it, but they did it. But me, I was a guesser. And a bad one. I remember on one occasion, a final test in science. I got the paper, I skimmed over the questions, and absolutely could not answer one of those questions satisfactorily without being branded for life as a backward child. So, on that occasion, and on that occasion only, did I dare to stretch my very long, skinny young neck across the aisle and onto someone else's paper. The book I was hit by was the Truth Heals book. I can still remember that. If only I'd been hit by the arithmetic or the English literature, I might have ended up on Wall Street today. Sometimes it can drive people away.
The truth?
Yes?
Yes, I imagine so.
It's a fearsome thing to some.
I imagine that it could be. If you're afraid of the truth.
When we first started having difficulties, I imagined that you were handing me that school paper again, and rather than pretend I knew how to comfort you, rather than guess at it, I ran away from the circumstance. I wanted to deal with it, with any difficulty that might come between us. Well, in such a way that you should be able to expect of me, but if I'm not mistaken, you always saw a lot more in me than I ever did. I might have known I'd be expected to answer something properly for once. Well, I was wrong to appear as though I knew it all, when all it took was a little truth. I can't take away the discomfort I've caused you. I wish with all my heart I could, but you've got to know this. In Buffalo, the only wrongful behavior was mine, in that I engineered the entire circumstance. But young Miss Hopper declined.
We have the list ready for Grand's party.
Count them.
Well, how many have you got so far?
We have 39.
We got Mrs. Sullivan and Mrs. Hart.
No? Mother, can we help decorate at Uncle Edgar's?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's all right. But just the night before.
Oh, rotten apples.
What's the matter?
I just broke the lead again. Here, I'll sharpen it. It's Uncle Edgar's. He knows I've got it.
Good for you, Clement.
Yes. What brought that about?
I don't know. Yesterday I thought I'd lost my book of writings, which, as you know, is the dearest of all things to me. And Clement found it. What's the matter with him, do you suppose?
I think he's growing up.
Here. Thank you, Clement.
John.
I thought we talked about all of this.
Please don't be angry with me. The worst thing for me would be doing the same things every day. Talking to the same people for the rest of my life. All by myself. But now Dutch George has promised me that I could run a place of his back in Manitoba. I gotta admit, it's nice to be asked.
Yes, nice to be asked. I'll admit that. I still don't understand how he got to tell you all of this. I don't recall seeing a man called Dutch George in Tamarack recently.
He wasn't in Tamarack.
When did you take a train to Manitoba?
It was in Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Buffalo. He was there. He purchased my bonnet and gloves for me.
Your bonnet and gloves? The ones you came back with?
Same ones. The only ones.
You know what I've been thinking all this time?
Mr. Trevelyan? Certainly.
And the harm it's done?
It can't do any real harm. It's not true. Now, what I was saying about Manitoba. I'd be sorry to leave here and all of that, but... Well, I'd be foolish not to say yes. And the only reason that I wouldn't say yes to Manitoba is if Ontario said yes first. Now, after that, I'm going to take a nice brisk walk.
That was not a real kiss. It was not for publication, Mother. Now, what are you doing here?
I don't want Elsie's sweet all at my birthday. She's been very snappy with me lately.
Other than that, you don't suspect a thing.
I don't.
My dear woman, what you don't suspect, in this life or the next, above or below, we could put in an eggshell and still put back the egg. Now, why are you here?
What? Am I not allowed? When every sample of Tamarack life comes through that door? What, am I excluded, your own mother? Have I gone up in smoke?
Well,
I'm here for no reason. I'm putting on the years, that's all. I just wanted to say that to someone.
well, you'll simply have to stop riding bareback.
Stop that.
In the moonlight.
You.
Without a stitch.
Go on, bleeding. You hear me, fool.
No, wait,
I'm going.
wait now. In fact, I'm glad you're here. Because I've been thinking about the years myself.
Nonsense. You're the same as ever. You'll be the same 50 years from now. Irreverent, irresponsible, and a fool for living your life in loneliness.
Who said I would? Do you want to hear more?
Yes.
I need someone, Mother. Well, let's not say need. Let's say would like someone.
Edgar? What have you done?
Nothing yet. But it's late, and I think I'll marry Nancy Hopper.
Oh.
Well, why not? I ask myself. I could do lots worse. She's a child, I know, but she's already lived a very full life, and she's crying to settle in one place. And I would like to do something very special for you. A grandchild, perhaps, would be nice.
I have grandchildren. It must be for you. If you're content.
I'm sorry I shocked you.
No. You can't.
Mother, I'm sorry, I can't if I choose.
You mustn't.
Why mustn't I? What's wrong with you?
It would be the greatest wrong.
What would be? Well, I'm waiting patiently, Mother.
Oh, all right. I must tell you for your own good before it's too late. Oh, Lord, I promise.
Mother!
Willie Sutcliffe is dead. What? Drowned. run away a week ago, just before Sheila's last visit. Oh, she's been the bravest thing, Edgar. She really has. And she doesn't want help from anyone. And she says if we pity her, she'll never grow out of it properly. So no one must know. I had to tell you. You understand why I had to. Say yes?
Yes.
And Edgar,
I'm listening.
she meant for you not to know, especially.
Especially.
Yes. Especially.
I thought she was going to look after me. What does she do? Oh, she's going to leave.
This'll be all right, wouldn't you say?
I'm talking about my daughter.
Yes, and it seems to me you didn't mind the idea of her leaving a little while ago. For her own good, you said.
Oh, yeah, but now she's going to do it. She's taking my advice, just like I said, and who's to know that I'm right, eh? Who?
Your wise thing.
Oh, I never knew about women. Don't misunderstand me. I knew them, but I never knew about them. They'll take your grub, but they'll run to the man with a gold toothpick every time. There's not tiger's jaws will take the bite out of you that a woman will.
Even a good woman?
The good ones are the baddest. The all right ones are all wrong. Never do what they're supposed to do. Sit in a straight old chair with a big rock in their laps and a ball of wool in their mouth. Now, if I had my way, I'd have lined up all the women I've ever known, fed a line through the middles, one to the other, tossed a dollar bill over a cliff, and watched them go. You feel like a game of cards.
No. Hello? Don't you look nice?
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'll just go and lie down. Don't bother about me. Don't call me for supper.
And you're on time, I believe.
Hmm?
Shall we wander over this way?
Yeah, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There we are.
Oh,
Now.
I've never seen you with one of those.
One of these?
Oh.
Haven't you? Oh, yes. I have one from time to time. Took them up when I gave up saluting.
I beg pardon.
Well, saluting was such a habit, it was hard to break, and this way you don't have to bring the arm up quite so high. Oh, things are fine at your place of work, I suppose?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, things are fine here as well.
Good. Edgar,
I have to say this.
you have to.
Yes. Lizzie told me.
Well, I half expected you to know, of all people. I don't know, to be honest, I didn't expect it not to show. I've been walking about in a chill ever since I found out. Must have looked odd to everyone.
Oh, you look fine. You always look fine. And may I say how very...
You don't have to, Edgar. I know what you want to say, and that's all that counts.
I'll fill that when you're ready for another one.
Thank you.
Oh, I know what. Look. What can I have for you?
Well, no thanks. I never liked it anyways.
No? Damn.
I beg pardon.
The cursed English language. There are things that I could say, and I'm not saying them, am I?
Well, perhaps they're not important.
Oh, I believe they are. But you know what it's like when there's a tremendous snowstorm outside, and if you open the door, you perhaps won't get it closed again.
Right.
Not to say you want to close it again.
Edgar, I really think you've said enough.
Yes, I suppose I have. I've said some of it before, anyway. Not all. Some. Sheila, we all know there are
Edgar,
rules.
please, I can't.
Oh, it's yours, dear.
Yes, I'm going to Toronto.
Oh? I didn't know.
Well, I have to, and I'm sorry. Worst part is I'm not going to be here for your gathering today. But I do have a little something for you here. Now, let's see. Aha. You didn't find it, I see. Well, have a good birthday.
Well, that's very kind of you, child. But I wish you could stay. We'll miss you.
I just need a little time to myself. You understand I'm a bit confused about some things. I'll be staying with Siobhan, my friend, and...
Will you be back tomorrow? You are coming back.
I'm just not thinking very clearly at the moment. I really can't see that far ahead. But John said it would be all right, and could you just let me write you a note when I get there? I've had a minute to myself, and I've got to go. Bye-bye.
Hey, dinner. No. Arnold, ready?
Good heavens.
Where is she? Where is she? No time to waste. I have an urgent message from the heart of ex-Sergeant Edgar Lyle Sturgis, who is delivering it in person to the future daughter-in-law of the house. If she can hear me up there.
Edgar.
Yes. And you can stay and listen.
Edgar.
What?
She's left.
Yes, well, I'll sit and I'll wait. And I'll have tea in the meantime.
She's left. On her way to the station. She's gone.
I was in the infantry, not the cavalry. Where are you off to, anyway?
I don't know. Probably Dublin anyway. It's not your concern.
Oh, isn't it? There is nothing anywhere as important right now as what I have to say to you. And since it nearly cost me a seizure to say it, have the good manners to listen.
All right, then what is it?
Thing is, I will not let you go anywhere.
What? Well, I'm sorry. You have no say in it, sir.
Don't lie.
No. You are not my family.
Rubbish.
Edgar!
What?
You have something to say to me. I want you to say it.
What? Yes, fine. We're not your family? Well, now, I'd say that all of what we are, you are now a bit of the same. Whether you wanted it or not.
spent time together.
And a bit of time is all I'm asking for now. You got a lot from us. As I remember, we wanted you to have it, but you took it just the same. I, for one, woke up and found a great deal missing on that first morning when I realized you wouldn't be there and you wouldn't be coming back. And what wasn't missing was certainly disturbed. Moved about so that I would never have hope of putting it all back into place again. Oh, but he'll do fine, they said. He let her go in the first place, didn't he? Wearing those boots of his and slamming about with not a thought for those feelings underfoot. Well, miss, here he is again. More by luck than by nature, right side up. And inside out for a change, showing what I have to show. Saying what I have to say before you leave again and I lose daylight again. When you were away, I imagined things. Did you know that? I didn't know what to think. I imagined all sorts of things. That you were lost and with admirers, angry at yourself, pleasant with others, talking sharply back to the cold winter mornings and then smiling when you were able to take a short walk again in the spring. I imagine you were sick and well, happy and in pain and lonely. Yes, I imagined you lonely. And then at other times so full of life. Now say again, I am not your family. Point out someone else who has loved you as much. It'd be wrong for you to go. And wrong for me to pretend that I would want to stomp back and forth on my own any longer. Years from now, you know, there'll be somebody else where I am. Right here, this exact spot. And there'll be somebody where you are. Right there. They won't be related to us, and they'll bear no resemblance. And they'll see no sign left by one or the other of us. So they'll have the notion they've been the first ones here. But if you stayed, girl, the both of us could leave a good, deep footprint or two. Wouldn't you say? Huh? Sheila? Turnout, Mother. Aren't you pleased?
Yes, but there's still someone missing. Oh, Edgar will be here.
The last time I saw him, he was desperately searching for a good gift idea for you.
No, the last time I saw him, he was desperate, too.
Edgar before I leave. Will you say goodbye to him for me?
Yeah.
And tell him I'll let him know how I'm doing. And I'll let you know, too, okay?
Yeah, you do that. And remember, no matter where you go, wherever you are, I'll have my eye on you. And if that German Frank fella...
Dutch George.
Yeah, him. Well, if he treats you bad, you get right back. Hmm?
No, it wouldn't hurt you to buy a nice hat and come and visit.
I could see your mother's grave, eh?
Good.
Well, I might.
They're all still talking in the English language. But would you just look at some of these faces? You can't tell me there's not bottom but creeping at the south.
There you are, Mother.
Oh, what an idiot. I don't as a daily rule.
Would you like to?
Well, I
I'd
haven't...
like to.
Yes, I would.
You were about to say something.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, yes, you were. You were going to ask me to dance of all things.
No, I wasn't. I know you don't want to dance until Edgar gets here. I know that.
Hey,
Yes?
I'd be delighted.
All right, everyone, take your glasses. It's time for toast. Yeah, toast. Toast time. All right.
Elizabeth Millicent Sturgis.
Elizabeth Millicent Sturgis.
Sideways, is it still even? Yeah. And the train? When I walk, is it even? When I walk?
Yes, it's just fine.
I'm afraid it's going to collect dust.
No, if it does, you won't be wearing it tomorrow.
You're calm enough. Well, do you have any encouragement for me before you send me to the chopping block? Oh, I know you're going to giggle all through the service.
Well, of course not. I'm from Ottawa. Well, I suppose we're expected.
Yes. Oh, flowers.
Are you all right?
Yeah. A bit strange.
You sick?
No. You know how sometimes your mind goes shooting on ahead of you and flipping through little pictures of things to come?
Yeah.
Well, if mine are telling me correctly, and Edgar and myself are going to have a very rare old time of it. Different.
It's very clever, that.
Special. If I'd left it out, old Duff would have got it, and he can empty a bottle by sniffing it.
It's very good. Very good. This is going to be a long day. The longest day of your life. But don't worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. The king.
The king, James?
Oh, and to you and...
Sheila,
yes. Edgar, I must say, it's a good thing, this. Yes, it's a very good thing, I think. I only wish Emily was here to wish you well.
Yes, James.
No, it's a good thing, this. You'll see. It'll give you a sense of order and a responsibility and attitude to church that's been holding you back for so long.
Holding me back, James.
Holding you back, weighing you down, tying your hands, And your spirit and so on.
Yes, James.
I never thought I'd do this, but...
What? What's this? These are...
Tannery shares. Oh, very few mind. I'll hardly notice them gone.
Oh, no, James, you mustn't.
Oh, we had a meeting, and all agreed. Oh, they're from Mother and Clara and myself. Just enough there to have to hold up your head when you walk up the road out there.
This is foolishness.
Well, we thought it was a bit foolish. You'd appreciate it.
Well, absolutely stunned. Why, James?
Well, we're doing very well. Of course, I can't see up ahead. These share things will bind us a bit, just in case of a doubtful future. Time to go. Brace yourself.
Riches of his grace upon you, that you may please him, and live together in holy love till your lives end. So be it.
Coming up next, keep the lights on and spend some time with the master of the macabre. Take a trip into the realm of mystery and suspense on Alfred Hitchcock Presents, next, only on Showcase. Viewer discretion is advised.
Where friends with loving ways will be for me to sing to. But if they are not the same as I've known them, still I would have all that I would need. Come tell of days so fine and oh so fair, once more to love again and all forgiving, of one with shining eyes and tender years, whom I'll be holding to my heart and never leaving.